Your thoughts on who Speaker Mike Johnson appointed to this task force? Who's missing? Should we entrust them to get to the bottom of what happened on July 13th?
Well, of course, I think Corey, thank you for having me on. I think Corey and Eli should have been on there. I know they've got 7. They ought to increase it to 9 and just tell the Democrats they can have 7 or something like that. I think they've proven themselves to have the knowledge of what's going on and what went down, and they have a real history in this kind of operation and what needs to go. So, yeah, I'm disappointed. Am I surprised? No, not really. I wish I could come on your all show just one time and have great news to report and just be excited about things going on in my party, in our party. But I think that's why it's just imperative that Donald J. Trump get elected, because of what's going on in this country. And we've got to give our House the guts to do the right thing. And currently right now, when we're voting or we're taking a tough stand, we don't have that, whether it be spending or anything else. I mean, we ought to be running headlong into, a term limits bill and a bill that says that Congress can't trade, that can't do stock trades. Sorry, my head's hurting. But yeah, I'm very disappointed in what's going on with that, and I wish for better, but that's what we got. I hope they come to a good conclusion and get all the facts. But another thing that worries me is when you have a lot of attorneys, which is what they do. They're loaded up with attorneys, and I get it. Mike Johnson's a constitutional attorney, and I get that. Is that it's going to run a little bit longer than it should, and America is going to lose interest in this. And I think whatever becomes of it will be clouded in just that, because as you know, attorneys, I love them, you need them, but dadgum, this thing could go on for a long time. They ought to put a time limit on it of a week and just subpoena the hell out of everybody that needs to be in there and just make them wait and bring them in and do marathon sessions.
Well, Congressman, you do have some good news to come on the show. You were recently endorsed by the one and only President Trump. So There we go. You see, that's something positive.
Yeah.
I'm toxically positive.
He called me a conservative warrior, and we was driving down the road. Actually, I was not expecting that at all. And then
you are.
I don't know about all that. Thank you, but I was just tickled to death. A conservative warrior
feared most heavily by the aliens and the extraterrestrials and the deep state. Yeah. Congressman, if people want to follow you, where can they go to do that?
At Tim Burchett on Twitter. That's my cool. I've got an official one, Congressman Tim Burchett, but I've got the at Tim Burchett, and that's the cool one that I do all my fun stuff. It's still got a lot of official stuff on there, but I let it fly. I do my videos that I walk off the floor that everybody made fun of, and now everybody does them, so it's kind of cool.